Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
Jessica, thank you for your donation. Sweet Pea, thank you for your donation as well. My camera is locked up. Let me fix my camera, deactivate, activate, wave the hand. A hand should appear, and it does. Okay, we're good. All right, let's see what's going on. JT wants to know, what do I need to know right now, this very moment? Andrew, welcome to the stream. What's going on? Lady, welcome to Kona. What's going on? Juju, Kazwanda, how are you doing? How's everybody tonight? It's Sunday night. Tomorrow's Monday. Tomorrow's Monday, just another manic Monday tomorrow. Wish it was Sunday. That is my fun day, I have to say. All right, let's find out what's going on with needing to know. What kind of things do we need, right? Dakota, thank you for your donation as well. I greatly appreciate that. All right. I mean, if we had some knowledge, it would be nice to have. Ooh, sort of interesting there. A little happy pentacle action going on with that. That's kind of what you need at this point on a Sunday. You got a couple of things. Ooh, very interesting. The master of the multitasking, the Queen of Wands, makes an appearance as well. And the 10, happy home, happy family. I think if you combine these, you're kind of looking at a situation that you need to manage your expectations. I think a lot of times we try our best to go forth and try to get something done, or go forth and launch into something, leap into something, maybe something unknown, and just try to get it done, right? And a lot of times it's just not capable. We're just not able to get that done. And there could be a lot of different reasons. It could be resource limitations. It could be limitations on cash. It could be limitations on our time. But sort of manage your expectations is what you need to know right now. Just get what you can get done and get that accomplished, but also understand that you can't do everything. You can't accomplish you can't get all of the things closed out in 1 day, in 2 days. And sometimes it just doesn't happen. Sometimes it takes a whole while to get going, right? Fatine, thank you for your donation. I really appreciate that. But yeah, just managing expectations at this point seems to be the factoid that you kind of need to know right now. All right, what else we got going on tonight? It is another beautiful night out here. I'm telling you now, I'm in Texas, and we have been suffering with this 100-degree heat since June. We got June, July, August, and September. 4 freaking months of 100-degree heat with very little rain. And this week, it's finally going to be 50 degrees. Finally going to have a low of 50 degrees. I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty excited. Like, I'm pretty pumped. It's rare that I'm pumped for like a 50-degree day, but this is going to be special because Jesus is hot over here. All right, what do we got going on? Bartman joined the stream. Bartman, how are you doing? All right, is Z in love with me anymore? Some thought. Oh, Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea, you're playing with fire over here. Sweet Pea's playing with fire over here. Says, I want the thought. I want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Give it to me, Mr. Thoth. Crowley is going to crawl out of the grave himself and give you this information over here. All right, we got the Thoth. You want the Thoth? You get the Thoth. You're going to get the brutality of the Thoth. Hopefully it's nice. I mean, I'm not saying the Thoth is bad. I'm just saying the Thoth really doesn't, hold back any punches. Anyway, Fatine, thanks for the donation. Boo Boo, welcome to the stream. Okay, let's see where we're going. Let's see where we're going, Sweet Pea. Let's get the reality. Are they in love with me anymore? Is this somebody that just sort of faded away? Sometimes love fades away. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're just all excited. The love is looking so nice. It just sort of, poops out. It poops out. Like, if you go shopping all day Sunday and you come home, you're just pooped. You're just pooped. Do they love me anymore? I do think there's some emotions still pent up here. We do have some real emotions still in this area, right? We do have that level of emotion. We do have that level of passion. It seems like this is something that is still there. Even at a small amount, I think it's still there. But the fact that you have the movement with the devil, the fact that you have just all of this sort of this Aries feel within here. Fatine, thank you for your other donation. Hello, Piggy. Welcome back. It has been a minute. How have you been doing? Great to see you. Boo Boo, thank you for your donation. All right. The fact that we have these two cards here kind of makes a mixture of, Yeah, they may still have passion for you, but this is something they just don't want to chase at the moment. It's just something they just don't want to embrace at the moment. It feels like just something that they just don't need to be interactive with or engage with, right? Neve, welcome to stream. Jamie, thank you for your donation. It just feels like there's some devil action in there. I'm not saying the devil's bad. No offense. I mean to any Capricorn over here. I am just saying that it feels like this person is just not at the level that they were. This person is really sort of pulled back a lot. They don't have a lot invested in this thing, right? A lot of invested just doesn't feel that way. Is this something that's recoverable? Yeah, the emotions are still there. I can still have emotions and just not be that invested or invested enough to go forth and do something with that action. It just feels like it's really pulled back. It's drawn back quite a bit at this point. Jamie, thank you for your donation. But yeah, are they in love? Emotions still there? Actions, not so much. Actions, not so much. Power of the P, what's going on? It has been a hot minute. How you been doing, Power of the P? It has been a minute. It has been a while indeed. Okay, let's find out what is happening next. We got like 20 donations already. Let's go through these, see what's going on. Nakona, what should I do about my RV? Should I fix it or should I sell it? RVs are pretty damn tricky. Let's all admit this right now, okay? RVs are tricky. RVs are difficult. Sometimes RVs just don't work. Sometimes RVs just break down. Sometimes RVs are expensive to even touch it. So this is a great point. Nakona makes a very good point. At some point, should you just cut bait, and sell the thing and say, hey, I got some things that need to be fixed. But at other points, what are you really going to do? Tess, welcome back. It's been a hot minute. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, let's find out what's going on with all of this RV action. If I'm going to drive an RV, no. If I'm going to drive an RV, I would use this one. I would use this right here for my tarot deck. This is my RV tarot deck. This is officially my RV tarot deck. Power of the P, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. I mean, let's see what's going on, man. Because that's the struggle. That is the struggle. That's why a lot of people just buy a truck and then they'll tie a trailer to it, instead of buying the formal RV life, because those things are well known for breaking down. All right, let's see what is going on with all of these things about the fixing. This is going to be a lot. Man, I feel home is in here. Hanged man, the 3. It's basically saying if you can get it fixed and you can get it fixed correctly, basically somebody that's going to do it well the first time, not somebody just going to do it half-baked. Paula, welcome to stream. It feels like go ahead and fix it, right? You got the hanged man. This is something that you need somebody to honestly tell you. So maybe somebody that you know, somebody that you trust, to give you the lowdown and say, look, this thing has had it, right? This thing, I would sell it if you possibly can sell it. Or, hey, you have 2 things to fix, and then this is going to be working beautifully. Because, again, there's so many moving parts in an RV. You need somebody that knows what they're doing. Get a hanged man action on there. Get the enlightenment. Get somebody that knows what they're at. And this sort of reaching out, making the contact, and saying, hey, how much is this to fix it? And what else do you think is wrong with this? Because there's a lot of other potential things happening with an RV that need to be handled and repaired and touched and all this other stuff. It just feels like that you need to determine if this is going to be your home or not, right? A little bit of the 10 of Cups action. Is it going to be my happy home? Is this going to be a home that I can trust and rely upon? Because the last thing you want to do is have an RV break down literally in the middle of nowhere, be expensive as to tow it anywhere to get it fixed. And then because you're in the middle of nowhere, they're going to charge you an arm and a leg. You just don't want to handle that, right? Power of the P, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Basically, find someone that's going to give you an exhaustive view of the entire situation, not someone that's just going to say, oh yeah, that one thing that you need fixed is going to cost this much. No, you want a big overview. Fatin, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. And that 3, right? Get somebody that you trust. Get somebody going over there. Does my grandmother love Aisha or Fatima more, and why? I don't know if we can get why, but we may find if they love him more. Is that a love throwdown? I think we have the first love me more throwdown ever on the channel. This is what we need.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
This is what we need in our life. Sam knows. Tess, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. Sam, quick hello and goodbye, my bedtime. Well, Sam, I hope you have a good bedtime. Happy dreams, sweet dreams. What's going on with that? All right, Grandma. Does Grandma love Aisha? Fatima? I'm just saying, Fatima's going to be down here. Fatima's right here. All right, Aisha's up here. Let's see who Grandma really likes more. Oh, Jesus. Fatima, or Aisha wins by a mile. Aisha wins by a mile. We're going to have, I mean, there's a very small number of cards over here. I would say the lovers would have to be here, or, oh man, I don't know. Or maybe, maybe a Six of Cups. Lovers or Six of Cups up here for more of a family feel, more of a tight connection. Anything else? I mean, Fatima's out in the cold. Fatima's out in the cold. Oh, Jesus. Fatima's really out in the cold now. Yeah. All right. So Aisha wins this by a country mile, right? Grandmother loves Aisha. I'm just saying that. Now, why? Can we sort of pick out why? Is this something that we can pick out why? I could throw a couple of cards down maybe to help with the why. I mean, at least. So we're going to read the original card and we're going to throw down a little temperance with it. We're going to get Fatima, throw her over here, and get Aisha out on the table and find out why. The first thing that we see is the sun. This person brings a lot of enlightenment. This person brings a lot of excitement, a lot of good mood, a lot of good news. It seems the person just brings in good feelings. You ever have one of those people that they come in and all of a sudden the room brightens up? This is the sun. This is that feel. It feels like this is somebody that makes that happen, that really makes the grade in that respect. And this is somebody that brings balance to the force. I'm just kidding. It brings balance, right? This person brings everybody together. This person lifts up the room. This person sort of solves problems, maybe causes a bit of drama. I can see that too. Veronica, welcome to the stream. But this person also, it just brings in enough good news, brings in enough good feels that everybody just likes them. They just bring things together. But I do think they cause a little bit of drama. I'm not saying that Aisha is drama free. Don't get that wrong. Get me wrong at all. I'm just saying that Aisha is well liked and well loved by good old grandma. Because, I mean, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. All right, let's find out what else is going on. Did Omar think of me today? Could be. Let's find out what is Omar doing in the meantime. Can we do this? I mean, it is a bit early, but I'm going to go with the Surrealist Tarot. I mean, the Surrealist Tarot. We're going to have to do it. We just have to do it. YouTube user, what's going on? It's been a minute. YouTube user, welcome to the stream. All right, Fatima. Did Omar think of me today? It is Sunday. It's one of those lazy Sundays. Wake up in the late afternoon. We're going to call Parnell to see how they're doing. But the Five of Cups. No, I don't think today, not so much. A little bit of the Lord of Disappointment, 10 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Wands. I think that they're going to be thinking of you before. I think they thought of you yesterday, quite frankly, and I think that they may think of you again this week. But did they think of you today, specific today? I don't know, Lord of Disappointment. They're still thinking of you, the 10 of Pentacles, right? Yeah, happy home, happy family. We have some things happening in the background. Again, I think they thought of you yesterday. I think they will think of you next week as well. That's just the way it is. That is just the way it is. But I mean, there you go. There you go. All right. So that's, entertainment purposes only. Never assume somebody's thinking of you based upon a fat man reading cards on the internet. Let's see. What is happening? Should I go to France to study, or should I go to London? Can we do 2 throwdowns in one time? I think we can do 2. We can do 2.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
2 throwdowns is quite possible indeed. YouTube user, thanks again. I appreciate you. Donations, finding out what's going on romantically in the school over there. YouTube views. All right, we're going to go with France up here. France looks kind of iffy. We're going to go with London down here. London looks a little better. Cassie, it has been a hot minute since I've seen you. Cassie, it's been months. Cassie, I've missed you. Welcome back. How are you doing? It is so damn good to see you, Cassie. I appreciate that. We got Jeester's back. Jeester, donate on PayPal. Jeester, throw your question in chat. I appreciate you. All right. France looks terrible. I'm being honest with you. Let's level set here. France looks absolutely miserable. The tower moment is not a moment you want to see when I go study somewhere. Does that make sense? If I'm going somewhere and I'm going to study, the tower should be nowhere near what I need. I need something like the high priestess. High priestess really would make the grade. Maybe a little bit of high priestess mixed with some knowledge cards. Like so, okay, maybe the hierophant. We're gonna go study. We're gonna get some knowledge with a high priestess. Maybe an 8 of wands. Maybe a chariot. We're gonna move there. Sounds fantastic. But no, we got the crappy old tower. I think that France is kind of out of here. I wouldn't go to France, quite frankly. London looks a lot better. The full action with this, and sort of this rebirth or this sort of repopulation aspect that you have over here. Pregnancy also. I'm not saying anything about pregnancy fatigue. I'm just saying entertainment purposes only. This is a pregnancy card though. Hey. But yeah, this is repopulating, rebirth, fixing a barren land with this and the Fool to get going. I think London is going to be a lot better for you. London smells pretty good this time of year. I'm just saying. Veronica, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Who else do we got going on? We got Boo Boo, a little general for the week. We'll use the Thoth, of course, because it is Boo Boo. It is, but we got to use the Thoth or Boo Boo will riot. Boo Boo will riot if we do not use the Thoth. All right, let's find out if we get a little Thoth action going on over here and see how that is going to be up here. That is going to be up here. Let's find out. Oh man, let's see what is going on. What is happening? I mean, little general. Boo Boo, I think you got a boring week coming. This is like the first thing that came to me. It feels like that, it really feels like this is just a boring ass week. Okay, the cards kind of support it a little bit. I mean, a little bit. And I know a lot of people are like, what are you talking about, fat man? That's a lot of majors. I mean, I'm just saying. And I understand. I'm going on intuition alone here. And I agree, that is a lot of majors. Could Boo actually have a lot of things happening this week? I'm not saying it's not possible. This is a lot of majors. And you got the Ace of Wands in the meantime. I mean, it looks like something's going on. It does look like something's going on. It feels like that you're going back to school almost. It feels like you have a big lesson to be learned this week. A lesson that you've been dodging a little bit, maybe. A little bit of lesson dodging, maybe. I'm just saying. Yesenia, thank you very much for your donation. I appreciate that. I mean, we got the Sun card. That's big. Got the Ace of Wands. That is going to be big. Got a little bit of High Priestess. Would we have loved to seen that in the other one with the studies? Absolutely. But we got it here. It feels like we're learning something. We have lessons to be learned. We have lessons going to be forced upon us this week is quite frankly what I had. Now, this sort of supports the boring theory a little bit. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune next to the Sun. We're going to have what we always do. It's going to be pretty traditional. It's going to be pretty standard. It's going to feel kind of normal. It just has a little more illumination. It just has a little more excitement to it at the end. But you do have a little bit of boring, but it's dragging a lesson behind it, sort of pulling it from behind and dragging it like a sleigh on Christmas behind it. And it just feels like that maybe that's a little too much. A little too much excitement? I don't think so. Again, we still kind of pointed to the boring. Illumination of the boring or enlightenment of the boring. But again, there's some lessons being yanked in there, and you may have to deal with that as well. KD, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. What is going on, KD? All right. By the way, if you haven't heard, Tuesday, that's 2 days from now, Tuesday, Triple Moon Goddess. It is so good to see you. Triple Moon Goddess. It is great to see you. I really appreciate you joining tonight. Pisces, full moon. Let's get some fish. Let's get some fish out for the Pisces right now. Can we do that? I feel this is proper. I feel it right now. And now, okay, well, let's talk about the birthday stream. The birthday stream is 2 days from now. It's 2 hours. It's from 5 to 7 Central. I'm going to be giving away something every 10 freaking minutes. Audiobooks, digital books, my old book, my new book, my audio book, 8 hours of audio book. I'm going to be giving out a 20-hour course for drawing. Have you always wanted to create your own tarot like I did? You're like, T.O., that fat man created a tarot. I can create one too. You can. I have a drawing course that's 25, I think it's 25 hours. Anyway, I'm giving that away. Anyway, it's like a giveaway every 10 minutes. There's something random I'm going to give away. I'm going to be like, you want it? Type something in chat. You're going to type it. I'm going to give it to you. Anyway, I'm just saying, there's a lot of stuff. Basically, every digital thing I have, I'm gonna toss out there and do it. We're gonna have trivia too. I mean, if you like the TO, I'm gonna have trivia. Like, how old do you think I am, or how long has it been since I ate a pizza, or what do you think my favorite food is, or something like that. If you get that, you get like more stuff. So I'm just saying, Linda, welcome to stream. What is going on? All right. Anyway, let's go back to reads. All right. Jamie Lee wants to know. Jamie Lee's somebody's feelings towards me. Let's find out. Jamie Lee. J.O.'s feelings towards me. Okay, we can do that. We can do that indeed. J.O.'s feelings. What are their feelings and how are they doing with that? Let's go with the Ferric Painter, I don't know, Painter, something like that. Fatine, thank you for the donation. I greatly appreciate that. I mean, how long has it been since I ate a pizza? It's been quite some time. There's a hint right there. A little bit of a hint. Spoiler alert. I think it's been 3 years. No, it's been more than that. I think it's been 4.5 years. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure some of this stuff out beforehand. Anyway, yeah. All right. JL's feelings towards me, Jamie. Let's get this done. I really think right now that you're looking at the Three of Swords. I don't think this is a lot of good news here. There's not a lot of good things happening as far as J.O.'s feelings right now. Now, the Magician into the Six of Swords. You're looking at a couple of swords in here. It's almost like, have y'all been not communicating? Have you just not been communicating? Is this something where you're just sort of on a block list, or is this something where you just sort of faded away, or something like that? A lot of times that's just sort of happens, right? And that, I'm just saying, that kind of clues me in right here, because you do have the Three of Swords and the Six of Swords. That means that the communication is sort of, a little stunted, or a little not exactly where you really want it to be. Magician says it's almost like there's a choice. Maybe JL hasn't reached out. Maybe JL has some weird communication that sort of comes around when they're trying. It just feels like this is not working. Basically, this is just not working at this point. I think that's kind of globally what you have the feeling here. So just understand this is not working. Now, can we fix it? Magician says absolutely. This is fixable. This is something that can improve, that can get better. And you see that with the Six of Swords, right? Moving from a place that's not optimal to a better place, a shinier place, a more superior place, something that's really gonna be good. So you have that we can make this journey. It just feels like it's challenged right now at this particular moment. I just feel like this is not the optimum flow. Not the optimum flow. Aquarian Light, oh my God, it's been a hot minute too. What is going on, Aquarian Light? All right, let's find out. Jamie Lee's other question. Is the right choice to move on from Ken? Ooh, and you want the thought. Okay, move on from Ken or Kendall. Move on from Kendall. Is that going to be a thing? Is that going to be a thing, right? I think that's kind of interesting too. Let's find out. Oh man, because sometimes, oh, you wanted the thought. Sometimes moving on is good. I got to admit, sometimes you just get the moving on feeling. It's like, it's time. It's time. We knew it was time. This is absolutely going to be that time. You got to sometimes just get that on. And that looks like a yes. I mean, you got the little bit of the tower moment. It really feels like Ken has sort of worked their magic and sort of faded out, right? You got a little bit of that feel. Sometimes people work a magic. Sometimes people just fade away, right? But yeah, sometimes you just got to deal with that as well. I don't think that's going to be something that's huge or anything, but at the end of the day, that's what you got to do. So yes, that's going to be a thumbs up. We do have a good feel as sort of moving on from Ken, ditching Ken. You want to get Ken doll, throw in the trash. That's fine, because that seems to be where it went. But that's okay. That's okay indeed. Well, 15, what about getting a job? Will I get a job if I go study in the Netherlands? All right. I mean, sure, we can get on a plane, we can fly to the Netherlands, we can get a job, I mean, we can get some education. Is this going to be something that I can use? Is this something that functions? Is something that makes the grade if I go all this trouble, right? In order to do this, I'm really thinking tonight is a really good night. Triple Moon Goddess, thank you for your donation. What's going on? I appreciate you. I mean, tarot at the end of the rainbow. Let's do it. Let's do it. Crystals and paint. What's going on? How are you doing? What's coming to your future? Going to be a big baller like you. All right, we need exact timeline. I mean, Triple Moon Goddess, I'm going to give you the exact month. I'm going to give you the exact month. All right. Man, let's find out. Tarot at the end of the rainbow. Is that going to be a thing? Same person, David Corsi, that did the Gregory Scott. But yeah, okay, when I get it, okay, if I go to study, if I make all of this effort, is this going to be something that pays off? Is this something that's going to be pays off? Because study is a hell of a lot of work. Getting a degree is a hell of a lot of work. The three says go for it. You got a little bit of this sort of feeling with a couple of majors here of there's not a lot of jobs where you're going to be. All right. I mean, we're going out on a limb. There's not a lot of jobs where you're going to be. If you're okay with that, if you're okay with like moving your ass somewhere else after you finish studying, I think it's all right. Getting the degree seems to be okay. I don't see anything issues with that. The three says that's fine. Getting a job seems that not an issues with that. That's fine. But if you're going to study there and get a job there, it looks challenging once you get the job section. It seems that you need change. You need alteration. You need something to be different. I just feel the devil's in the details right here, right? The devil's in the details. I don't think it's something you want to deal with long term. But studying, okay. Job, maybe not. You're going to have to move to get the job. You're going to have to be mobile. You're going to have to do that. Jester, you are not skipped. I got you in the queue, my friend. I know when you do the PayPal, you're like, where am I? I don't see myself in the physical queue. Anyway, we got, let's see what we got. We got Power, we got Tess, and then we got Gester, and then we're going Power of the P, and then we're going back to Fatine. All right, we'll do Tess, going to Gester after that. All right, what does the universe want to know? What do the ancestors want to know? If I'm an ancestor, if I'm the universe, and I want you to know something, I'm going to use my deck is what I'm going to do. Waterfall Tarot. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming, my friends. You knew it was coming. The Waterfall Tarot had to make an appearance. You know what I mean? Pants are optional, bras optional on this channel. The Waterfall Tarot's got to make the appearance somehow. All right, let's see. What do my ancestors and the universe want me to know? The first thing we got is Ten of Pentacles. That's a good start. It's a nice little page source, Hangman and the Star. I think where you're at is not where you're going to end up. I think you're at a sort of a little bit of a juncture, or, you know, you sort of made that stop to get on the next plane. You know what I mean? You made that stop to get on the next plane. Where you're at is clearly not where you're going to end up. I think you're just on a transition right now. And I think your transition is something that's going to be kind of more intense and better for you in the long run. Hangman said where you're going to be is going to be a little bit different than where you're at right now, which is good. I don't think like where you're at is completely satisfying, completely 100% where you want to be at the end of the day anyway. So yeah, this is a transitionary thing, just to understand that. The star says that there are some doors that are going to open up. There are some guides that are going to be appearing in your life that just tell you more information about what is to come, or more information about where you want to be at the end of the day, because it just seems challenged sometimes as it is. The Ten of Pentacles, I think where you're going to end up is going to be a lot better off. I think you're kind of in the mood for that. You're kind of in the mode for that. Page of Swords says some of the guidance that you have been getting is not really 100% what you need to know. I think some of the guidance that you have been getting is sort of incomplete. So it's kind of like a puzzle, right? You have a lot of pieces of the puzzle, but once you back up, you don't really know what the puzzle looks like when it's completed. And that's one of the things, right? You got to look at the box and say, okay, well, this sort of goes over here and that sort of goes over there. I think that's coming. I think the Hanged Man said that's coming. A more clarity, more information, and more sort of a passion about where you need to be, how you need to be, what you need to be following, and what is going to be how you need to do that at the end of the day. Again, the star, the guiding light. I think you have a guide that's coming to you soon that's going to make a lot of things clear, a lot of things much easier than they are, because I think sometimes you're running into situations that are kind of challenging, and you're like, why the hell is this difficult? This shouldn't be this difficult. It really shouldn't be this difficult. Anyway, at least that's what I think. Tess, that's what I think indeed. All right, let's see. We can use this for Gester too. Gester's back. Gester, I missed you. Gester, have you seen the money trick? Gester, have you seen the money trick? I got to ask now. I got to ask if Gester has seen the money trick. If Gester hasn't seen the money trick, we need to do that right now. Gester, I'm just saying, Gester, you're going to buy a deck off Kickstarter. All you got is 1, 2, 3, 4. All you got is $5, Gester. That can't buy any decks off Kickstarter. You need at least 100. Good news, Gester. If I snap my fingers like that, I get $100. It's real. It doesn't make any sense. G-Stars like that makes no sense. I'm telling you, you can get one deck of cards off of Kickstarter right now with $100. You got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. You got $100. You're going to be able to get one Kickstarter deck out of that. Anyway, that is the money trick. Hope you liked it. G-Star, let's go to your reading. Okay, find out what's G-Star's doing in the life. What is G-Star? What the hell are you doing over there? Do you see whether or not my coworker still works with me? Huh? I have not seen her around lately. Okay. The coworker vanished. That's okay. Don't panic. Don't panic. Blessed one. Welcome. How you doing? The coworker vanished. I mean, did they get kidnapped? I think this is valid. I think this is a valid point. Did they get kidnapped? Did they vanish? Did something happen to them? Do they have some weird thing? We need to find out what the hell is happening with this coworker. Magician too, Aquarian light. I do magic all the time. I purchased 3 new tricks that we're going to do on the stream. They're just going to literally freak you out. They're literally going to freak you out. Okay, anyway. All right. I need to set one up. One is kind of a pain in the ass to set up. But once it's set up, oh my God, you're going to skits out. Anyway, all right. Do you see what the coworker still works with? Did they quit? I think they left. Bottom line, I just think they left. Valentina, whatever you want to throw in the pile. Nine of Swords is a movement card. Let's talk. Chariot is a movement card. Queen of Pentacles, they found a better job. They're making more money. G-Star, do you blame them? Do you blame them? I mean, do you really? Right? You got, I'm leaving. I need more money. G-Star, you need more money too. You may want to find out where the hell they went, because maybe if they got money, you may want to be on that train. Okay? I'm just saying, again, movement card. They got the hell out. That's all I'm saying. Entertainment purposes only. Never assume the coworker left based upon a fat man bringing your card on the internet. But yeah, I just think they did. G-Star, I think they're all right. I think that, I don't think they got anything like fatality or anything like that in Mortal Kombat. I don't think that's a thing. I think that they just got the hell out because they made more money. There's opportunities out there, as the the Pet Shop Boys song say. There's opportunities. You need to take them sometimes. That is what happens sometimes. Anyway, all right, Power of the P. Currently, what kind of relationship do her and him have? I feel there's more to the story. All right, what kind of relationship do they have? Power of the P. Let's go ahead and use my deck again. Let's use my deck again. G-Star, you helped her find a job and they screwed you. They abandoned you. G-Star, that's rude. G-Star, that's rude. G-Star, do not show her the money trick. That's rude. Ain't nobody got time for somebody abandoning you like that. I'm telling you now. Look at that kind of relationship. There's more to the story. I think there is. This is not a bad relationship at all. 10 of Cups, I'm just saying, that is nice indeed with that 10 of Cups. I like it. I think that's a nice little relationship. Is it something that's going to be happy and last us a long time? I don't really think so, quite frankly. I don't really think so, all right? You got a little bit of that 2 of Wands. We're scanning. We're trying to figure out things. Game World, thank you for your donation. You got a little 4 of Pentacles action sort of holding back a little too much too, right? A little bit defensive upon that. Basically, Power of the P. You have a one-sided relationship. That's what I got. One-sided relationship, okay? You got somebody who's being defensive against it, somebody who's holding back, who's not giving it their all. That happens. Valentina, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that over PayPal. But that 2 of Wands, it seems the other one's really invested. They got a 10 of Cups. They're like all invested. They're solid. They're rock solid in that. It just feels like it's just not, the other one's kind of, not so much. So yeah, you got a bit one-sided if you can handle that. I think that's okay at the end of the day, but that's how it goes sometimes, Power of the P. That's how it goes. It is a little bit one-sided, but anyway, how might my evening go with him? Oh my. Let's find out if our evening is going to be decent, bad, or like what the hell is going to happen with all of that. Sometimes you have a challenging evening. I'm going to say that now. Sometimes we just have a challenging evening. We got to understand what's going on. All right. Anyway, how might my evening go with him? Let's see if that is going to be okay, if that is going to be sufficient, because sometimes the evening might go all right. I like it. I like it a lot. I really think that works. 8 of Pentacles. This is something you kind of you're not able to sort of get going intuitively. I don't know why. Power of the P. What's going on with this person? It feels like that it doesn't feel like that intuitively it makes a lot of sense, or intuitively it feels like I know where I'm going to go at the end of the day. It feels like I'm going to have to rely basically on what I see, right? What I see. I think a lot of dating, I think a lot of evening kind of activities is intuitiveness, but it feels like that just shut down. Is it going to be okay? For once, as happy home, happy family, we're beginning of something. We have a nice beginning of something stable, some stability with that. High Priestess, this person has more skeletons in their closet than Dawn of the Dead movie did. But I'm just saying, I think they have some hidden things. There are some things they're not revealing, are some things they're not telling you. Overall, it looks okay, right? It looks okay. I just wouldn't bury myself into this emotionally. You just keep a little bit of a distance. And again, I think your intuition is going to just straight up lie to you in this. Just say it, straight up lie to you. I think something's really weird going on. How long is the list? It's not too bad. Not too bad. We're about here and we need to go through these. So, just saying, if you want it like a formal number, I would say it is 30, which is kind of low for this channel. I think I've never said that. 30 donations is kind of low, but 30 donations is kind of tame for the channel. We had 60 the other day. So 30 donations, not too bad. Not too bad for the queue. All right. Anyway, Power of the P. Yeah, Power of the P. Power of the P. I would not bury my face in there emotionally. Will it be accepted to the university in the Netherlands? If I was going to get accepted to the university, quite frankly, I would use this one. Okay. This one is the university acceptance. It's the gentle tarot. It's a gentle tarot. That's the way it goes. Yeah, we broke our record the other night. Our record is 58 and we went to 60. So, yeah, there's a lot. My voice was like cracking at the end of 60 donations. I'm not sure how I did that. But anyway, I don't know. We'll see. I got a 2-hour stream coming up Tuesday. We're going to give so many damn things away. I'm literally just going to give everything away. All right. I doubt anybody in chat is going to leave without something free. Quite frankly, I doubt anybody in chat is going to leave without something free on Wednesday or Tuesday. All right. Will be accepted to the university in the Netherlands. Okay. You're looking for acceptance to university. Magician makes it happen. Ten of Thunder makes it happen. Root of Cups reversed. Not so much. I'm going to say, yeah. It's really hard to knock the magician off of his pedestal, quite frankly. You can put a lot of crappy cards around the magician, and the magician has so much beef, so much cowbell to him. It's really difficult to knock him off the pedestal. And that's what we're trying to do here, right? This is a game. This is a game of acceptance. The Ten of Thunder, right? A little bit of that Ten of Swords, that cutting action, that stopping action is trying to stop him. The magician, I don't really think he can. Once the magician kind of hits the table, this is just something that overpowers almost everything. It reminds me of the sun. Right? The sun. But the reason I say the magician overpowers it, because we're talking about a university. We're talking about the expertise needed. We're talking about learning. High Priestess, magician, not a lot going to dethrone these guys. Quite frankly, once you start doing this, not a lot going to dethrone these guys. And the magician sort of makes it happen, especially being in the middle, right? Sheila, welcome. How are you doing tonight? It's so good to see. I'm just saying, the Sun and the Magician are two cards you really don't want to mess with. If you're like in a brawl, like if you're in a bar fight, right, and the Sun and the Magician are there, you're kind of screwed. You kind of want to, that's one of those bar fights where you just start apologizing. You're like, I'm sorry. I was drunk. I had 2 shots and had a couple of beers. That is my bad. I apologize. That was my bad. The Magician and the Sun, I wouldn't mess with them. I would not. That's like a tarot throwdown from hell. I would not mess with those. Okay. Anyway, let's find out. Tess wants to know, what should I do about it? What must I do? What should I do about this particular situation, right? That was really Texan T.O. Yeah, I'm Texan. If I talk about a bar fight, I'm Texan. That's what happens. All right. Let's see what is going on with that good stuff. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see what is happening. Let's go over here to the tower. Oh, you know what? Paula, you gave me an idea. Paula, you gave me an idea. I have an idea for my birthday stream. Oh, I have an idea for my birthday stream. It's pure coolness. Okay, anyway, we got to back up here. We got Valentina donated over PayPal. Let's go to Valentina's thing. Tess, we got you coming up next. Let's do a little PayPal break over here and hop over to a little bit of Valentina action. A little bit of Valentina action. Valentina, welcome to the stream. Who do you see coming towards me in love? Let's find out. Miley, what is going on? Good to see you. All right, let's see what's going on. Who do we see coming towards me in love? I get this question a lot. I'm really, oh man, I really want to use a love deck for this, quite frankly. I really want to use a love deck for this. This is the Modern Love Tarot, okay? Modern Love Tarot makes the grade. It makes the grade. You've never been in a bar fight. I don't know. I was wild in my younger years, I gotta say. Anyway, what do you see coming from me in love, Valentina? I see some good stuff, Valentina. Valentina, I got some good stuff already. I haven't even turned over the cards. I got some good feels. I think Valentina's going to be in love, quite frankly. Is what I think. Oh, look at these cards. Look at this 10 of Pentacles. Valentina, that's nice. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. You got a 9 of Swords. You got an 8 of Wands. This is really weird. Valentina, I got to put this on the Patreon. I got to do it. This is behind the readings material right here. Now, why do I say this? Valentina, you got the coolest reading of the night. Why do I say this is cool? You got an 8 of Wands, which is a movement card, Valentina. If you don't know already, Tarot Guidance, this is my book, 230 pages. It explains all of what I'm talking about. You got movement cards over here. We got a movement card here and a movement card here. Now, they're sort of sandwiching like a BLT on toast with some mayo. They're sandwiching this card, Valentina, which is interesting, because this is a 10 of Pentacles. If you're not in a tarot, this is happy home, happy family. This is more of an established happy home, happy family. All right, here's the story as I see it, Valentina. First off, it's an air sign. Bottom line, I think it's an air sign. I just think this is an air sign. I think you have somebody coming into your life that really makes a big impact. They're like, boom, I have arrived. Valentina, I have arrived, Valentina. And they make this massive impact. I think they really get you started, really get you hand cranked, no pun intended. And I just think things are just exciting. But then they got to go. It's sort of a temporary, short-term, quick little thing, but man, it's nice. Mina, welcome to the stream. It's really not. Valentina, this is really, really nice. This is really, really nice. Couple of movement cards, sandwiching the BLT ingredients over here, some hot beef in there. I mean, it just feels like the 10 of Pentacles feels like it's a short-term relationship. It goes, it comes, no pun intended, and it's out of there. It goes and comes, no pun intended, and it's out of there. It's Valentina. I think you got a short-term relationship with an air sign, Valentina. I hope you enjoy. I'm just saying, I hope that you enjoy, because some of those short ones are kind of nice. Jeester made another donation. Jeester, what is your question? Thank you so much. Anyway, all right, let's find out. Tess wants to know, what should I do? Must I do about it? A lot of times you just don't know what you need to do about stuff until it gets here. Tess, if I'm going to do something about something, I'm going to use the Little Buddha Tarot right now. All right. A Little Buddha Tarot is the way it goes, Tess. The way it goes. Because sometimes, some days, that's the way you need it to be. All right. Oh, let's find out. What is going on. All right. Okay. I'm going to say the 5 of Wands is going to be what you're going to do about it. I think this just means you're going to fight it. Tess, you're going to be like, gotta fight it. Okay? I got to fight it. I don't think that works, Tess. Bottom line, I don't think that works. I don't think it works at all. All right. Why do I say that? Because the Hierophant. It seems like the little bit of pushback that we're trying to get out of here, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It feels like that pushback just isn't functional. A lot of times we do that, right? We'll get something, we'll push back on it, be like, I really don't. And at the end of the day, if you just had relaxed and went with it, I think even though it's a little bit uncomfortable, and that's what we say with the Wheel of Fortune, right? Even though this is going to be something that changes a little bit, it changes sort of what we have in the future, what we have going on in the future. It feels like we want to fight it. I think it's because it's changed. Tess, I think it's because it's changed that we've got to fight it. We want to fight it. But the Wheel of Fortune says, okay, what goes around comes around. This is not something that completely derails us. It's not, okay? The Three of Wands says this opens up doors, opens up opportunities we are going to be able to embrace in the future. Hierophant says this is too big. It's a little bit too big to fight. Five of Wands, don't get in that mode. Don't get in that mode where we're just trying to combat it. It doesn't work for you. It doesn't work for you. What should you do? Ride the waves. Ride the waves. The Hierophant, okay, the Wheel of Fortune, let it become the new normal. Let this sort of embrace this and this, because it opens more doors for you than you can possibly imagine with it. At least that's what I think, Tess. That's what I think. Entertainment purposes only, whatever it is. That's what you should do. That's how we should go about combating it, because sometimes combating it doesn't work for everybody. K, will intimacy ever improve between me and my husband? Let's find out if we can fix or band-aid up some of this intimacy stuff. That's kind of hard. Once that intimacy stuff dies, man, it's really difficult to get going again. You got to like reboot something. It's like rebooting a damn computer sometimes. Sometimes that computer just doesn't come up. You can't get it up. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's find out what's going on with that. Will the intimacy ever be fixed? K, can we fix the intimacy between you and the husband? Man, sometimes, you know, I don't know. I guess there's a pill for that. We'll find out. We will find out, K. We'll find out if we need the pill for this one. I'm going to say justice. Man, the Hanged Man. It feels like because it's there, it's there. It feels like because it's there, it's there. If we can get through it, even once, I mean, a lot of the Band-Aid process just makes itself obvious and makes itself open and presents itself as a solution. The Hanged Man, that we want to do this, we want to do that, because it's a thing. It's going to always be a thing, right? Because it's a thing, it's going to always be a thing. And that's one of the things where we just kind of need to ignore it. We need to ignore it and just make it happen. Ignore it, make it happen, make that become the new normal. Because if we look at it as an object, if we look at it as something that can't be moved, that's something that exists, then trying to get rid of it is going to be much more difficult than if we just do it. If we just get the intimacy back in there, just get the intimacy back going, right? Because justice says we need that balance. We need everything being balanced, we need everything being recovered. And in order to get that, we have two different opinions about what it is. The Knight of Wands says just go do it. Just go make it happen. Don't hesitate. Make it happen. Page of Wands says it is kind of a weird situation because it is already a thing, but we have to move past it, right? You can't let it just sit there and just stagnate and just be something that bothers us and be something that holds us back. I don't think that's a thing. I think the Page of Wands says, let's move past it, let's go forward, and let's just make it go away. Right? Just make it go away. It's like just getting something and throwing it into the trash. That's kind of what you need, right? All right. Game World Intel. Game World Intel wants to know what is the cue. Game World Intel, you are here. You are here, and we are here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we got 10. I think we got 10 before we are at you. So it is a TO show. It is a TO show. We got 35 donations, but it's a TO show. So that's kind of normal. Anyway, welcome to the show.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
And if you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe. We got the big birthday stream coming up on Tuesday, giving away just ass loads of stuff. We got news. We got the only tarot news in existence on this freaking channel right here. We got tutorials. We got 1,500 videos of stuff. I'm just saying, it's wonderful. Midnight meditations. I was complimenting you this morning. I didn't have my phone, but I was sitting there telling Christina, you need to type this to Midnight Meditations. Midnight Meditations, I'm going to admit now that I have a completely just this amazing respect for you because you're painting, because you were a painter, that you're talking about your painting and stuff. I was like, I see Midnight Meditations in a whole new light now, because I thought, because you come out and you stream and you like this kind of this chill, cool family guy, right? But then you're talking about pain and stuff, and I'm like, ooh, we got to talk. Midnight meditations, we got to share some notes or something. Midnight meditations. I'm just saying, we got to talk, share some notes or something. I was telling Christina, you got to type them, man. We got to talk. Anyway, I was all excited when you said you were a painter because, obviously I paint. Anyway, A feels about me. Will he reach out? I'm kind of done. All right. That is something. YouTube user? I'm just saying, YouTube user. You blocked him in all the medias. So I think that's going to be an important first step. Now, are you going to stick to that? Or are we going to open the medias back up? I don't know. YouTube, I'm going to go with this deck for you tonight, my friend. I think this deck makes the grade on this, right? A little bit of the Tarot in Wonderland, making it happen. All right. All right, let's see what is happening there. Yeah, you're talking about all this artistic stuff, and I'm like totally agreeing with you, Anyway, yeah, all right. What does A feel? Now, you did block A and everything. You canceled the hot date. Well, you canceled the hotel. What is A's feelings right now? I think that they're in a recovery mode at this point. Now, the Pentacles, High Priestess, and the Ten of Wands. It does feel like an interaction that they want to take cautiously. Even if they talk to you again, even if you open the door to that, it feels like they want to kind of take a little bit of a cautious approach. Because I think they realize that they screwed up somehow, right? Ten of Wands, they took on too much. They made it too big of a deal. High Priestess, they didn't really come and be straight with you. I think that's all you really wanted, YouTube. Really? I think that's all you wanted. You wanted A, just to be straight up with me, right? Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you're feeling. Nine of Pentacles says it's going to be okay if we just could come out together and just communicate. I think A is really, really subversive and sneaky with a lot of stuff. The sneaky with a lot of stuff. I don't think you appreciate that at all. What are their feelings? They think the connection's too much right now. Too much, too heavy right now. I don't really think they want to go forward with it too much right now. They want to recover, right? I think both of y'all need kind of a break, a breather, a timeout, and all that stuff. And I think blocking them is going to give you what you need, right? Anyway, Aquarian Light wants to know where they're at in the queue. Aquarian Light, you are here. So we are on, I think we're here, and Aquarian Light, you are 4 or 5 away. We're getting there. It's a TO show. We already have 35 donations. So, it is a TO show. Sorry for the wait, but that's the facts. Will I meet anyone in school? That's a good question. School is the place to meet somebody romantically. You just have everybody there. Most people are going to kind of be your age, just, see what we can date, see what we can find. We're going to meet somebody, right? You have the Page of Cups. I think that you have some opportunities in school. This looks good. This looks really nice. Wild Child Tarot, what is going on? Good to see you again. Thanks for hanging out tonight. The King of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. The biggest thing that you have going for you is just going to be a Taurus at this point, right? The biggest thing you have is going to be a Taurus. I think the Taurus makes the grade. I think you're going to meet them. I think they're going to be fun. They're going to be interesting. And, at the end of the day, I think this is somebody that you can really relate to. Will this be a long-term thing? I really kind of see it as more of a midterm at best, but you do have the King of Wands, just somebody who's very in command, in control. They have a lot of great things. They have a lot of unique ideas. They're just wild and fun to talk to. Wild and fun to talk to is what I'm saying. You need to really embrace this Taurus when you get in the school. I think you're going to have a good time with this person. And it's going to be somebody that you can meet, you can have fun with, you can hang out with. They have a lot of cool things. It just works. This is one of the things where it just, like, you don't put any effort into it and it just works. Cassie wants to know, when will they reach out? Cassie, let's find out. When are they going to reach out to Cassie and let Cassie know what's up? What is up? We're going tonight, my friends, with the Light Seers Tarot. Nakona, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. The people that were asking about their queue status. Aquarian Light, you're 4 away. Game Intel, you are 7 away. All right. We got 4 away, 7 away. We're going through it, my friends. We're parsing through the queue. That's what we do over here. If you think 35 is a lot, we had 60 the other night. We've had 58 twice. We've had 55, I think 4 times. We had 61. So, it's the long Q stream. Sorry. I don't know. Anyway, when will he reach out? I mean, Cassie, I'm just saying the Hierophant, King of Wands, and the Fool. The Fool really does talk about reaching out. So you're looking at a thumbs up for, are they going to reach out? Are they going to sort of, pick up the phone? Are they going to sort of make a connection with that? The Fool says yes. This is something that's unplanned, though. Now, Cassie, this is important. Cassie, you've been away for a while. Let's get you some detail. This is important, Cassie. The fact that it's dynamic, the fact that it's on the cuff, the fact that it's just like that, right? It's not something where they're like, Cassie, I'm going to reach out to Cassie on Wednesday. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think it is. They just sort of, Cassie, pick up the phone. I think that's one of those things where it's just dynamic. It's sudden. It's an immediate action. King of Wands, again, has the fire that you need for this. And the fire really says that they're willing to take the fire. They're willing to take that and get it going, right? Anyway, Hierophant, you're looking for a time. You're looking for an area. I would say weeks. I would say 3 weeks, 4 weeks max. 3-4 weeks max. That's what I'm talking about, right? But again, this is dynamic. So when they do reach out, I wouldn't think that they just plan this. I think it's just a sudden thing that came out, right? A sudden thing that came out. By the way, if you don't know what deck that is, a Light Seers Tarot, my friend. Let's talk right now. Okay, can we talk? Chris Ann has another deck coming out, and it's freaking gorgeous. It's freaking gorgeous. Chris Ann has another deck coming out. It's beautiful. If you don't have it on pre-order, you need to watch my news program. I mean, go to my videos and start watching the news. You need to subscribe, quite frankly, to see these decks. Because Chris Ann deck, you need to pre-order it because it's going to be hard to get once that thing sells out. And Chris Ann is going to sell that thing out. So yeah, absolutely. Get your pre-order in. I think it comes out in November. Let's get it on, okay? Let's get it together. Let's look at it together. Let's do some readings with it. Let's get excited about it because I get excited about every tarot deck in the history of mankind. Veronica, general reading. Veronica, let's get you some good stuff. Veronica, you know what I'm in the mood for you tonight? Veronica, let us go. Let us go and have the good stuff with that. Oh yeah, there you go. Personal Power Oracle. Yeah, we're gonna have a 4K flip through if Christina will let us borrow the Personal Power Oracle. That thing's gorgeous. If you haven't seen that yet, hang on, let's see it. Personal Power Oracle. She got that today. Hang on, sorry. She got that today. Look at that. As an artist, that is hard to do. That much hair detail and all that stuff. That's bananas. That's bananas. That's hard to do. I am very, very excited about getting that and doing a 4K flip through, quite frankly. Right now, I'm very, very excited about that. All right, anyway. All right, I'm sorry. I got on a tangent because I saw something cool. We need to pick up G-Ster. G-Ster, you are next on the list, my friend. Got G-Ster. If you already haven't typed your question, let's get that done. Let's go over here right now. Let's do Veronica. I'm going to get you some Gregory Scott action up in here. I'm in the mood for Gregory Scott, right? I'm in the mood for Gregory Scott right now. All right. Gerard, next time I'll ask you triple. Gerard, welcome to the stream. What is going on, Gerard? Good to see you. All right. Let's see what is going on here, man. Let's see. General read. Let's get about the Veronica thing going on here. I think we got the 6 of Pentacles. Nice. 6 of Pentacles. You're going to win some money, actually. I mean, I have some good news for you. Let me go ahead and get it. We have some good news. I think you're going to win some money, quite frankly. Andrew, thanks for your donation. I appreciate that. And is it going to be a big? A little bit. I mean, a big? A little bit. You got the 6 of Pentacles. I do think that you're winning some money pretty soon, Veronica. The 6 of Wands is interesting. A couple of 6s in here. I can do that for the stability aspect. I think things becoming stable. Things are becoming interesting. Things are becoming a little bit more predictable. A little more predictability is on the way, without a doubt. Ace of Wands says when we chase something, I think we're successful at it. This is good news. Veronica, this is really good news. Let's look at this, right? Strength. I have the patience. I'm waiting for something to happen. Okay? Ace of Wands. Here it is. Here is what I've been waiting for. I'm going to take some action on it. I'm going to pursue it. And the Six of Wands, I'm going to be successful with it. And I think that brings in either income or brings in money or brings in some nice little second house goodies that you kind of want to see. This is good news because this means the opportunities that you have, the things that I can chase, the things that I can do that work for me are going to turn out successful. And that's massive. That's massive. Basically, you choose what you have, you choose what you want to do, you become successful at it. Again, not only do I think this brings in benefits and boons with this, I think the Six of Pentacles says that you're basically winning some money during this process. So I mean, you're looking, looking pretty good with that. I like that. I like that read. I like that a lot. Anyway, let's see what's happening. You got Yesenia. Is my current relationship going to be the one I'm going to settle with? There's a new relationship in the future. That is a nice, easy question. I like that. Aquarian Light was asking. Aquarian Light, you're 2 away. Gaming was asking. Gaming, you're 5 away. So we got 5 away, and we're going with that. All right. Anyway, Yesenia, so current relationship, does that work? I'm really kind of leaning towards this deck right here. If you don't know what it is the Bumbleberry Hollows. It just works. It just works. The Bumbleberry Hollows. All right. Is this current relationship work? Or am I going to have to do something else? I mean, that's one of those. Am I going to happen to do something else? Man, let's see what is going on with all of this stuff. 8 of Wands. 8 of Cups, 5 of Cups, and Strength upside down. You need something new. Yesenia, you need something new. Bottom line, okay? You need something new. I don't think that's bad news, and I also think that's something you were kind of waiting to hear, quite frankly. I think this is something you were kind of waiting to hear. It feels like that this is not shocking because just of all the cards that we have here. Yesenia, right? You got the 8 of Wands. We're looking at movement. We need to move. This is not something I want to see when I see somebody settling with me, right? This is something that I see that is more of a temporary relationship or something where I need to move eventually. And that's not something I want to see. I want to see a 10 of Cups. I want to see a 10 of Pentacles. I want to see the Lovers. I don't want to see an 8 of Wands and beside an 8 of Cups, because an 8 of Cups is looking at abandoning something, moving away, getting out, right? You have 2 movement cards right next to each other, followed by the 5 of Cups, the Lord of Disappointment. Strength. We just weren't able to keep it together. We weren't able to get the pieces of the puzzle, put them together the way that they worked and the way that looked good. It just seems challenged. So I'm going to say that the current relationship is not the one you want to settle with. We're going with a thumbs down. I'm going to say there will be a better one out there. And that's kind of where you're looking with the 8 of Cups, kind of where you're looking with this 8 of Cups, because it is something that needs new. It needs refresh. It needs something a little bit more adventurous, something that's going to be a little more stable. With that, I think that's headed your way, quite frankly. And I think you have another relationship that's going to be there. YouTube user, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We do have a Fatine coming in. We'll be accepting the University in London or in the Netherlands. Where will I go? Let's find out in the end where we're going to have. We can do another throwdown with that. That works indeed. Well, it works indeed. We got London over here. We got the Netherlands down there. Let's see which one is going to be more acceptable or more decent. I think you're really looking here as far as university, where am I going to end up, where I'm going to end up studying is really going to be more of a London feel at this point. London has the kite, otherwise known as swiftness. London has the places that you sort of want to be, the places that are going to be exciting, the places that are really going to be more passionate for you. It feels like the Netherlands has a couple of things you really don't want to deal with. And like a couple of extra things you don't want to deal with. I don't think Netherlands is going to work out for you in the long run. I think London is going to be the place to be if you have to choose between the two, right? Netherlands has a couple of unexpected surprises, maybe rejection, maybe some weird things happening with that. It feels like you have some emotional support. You do have a support network maybe around the Netherlands, if that makes sense. But London feels like it's just a better place overall. At the end of the day, I like London better. I think London really looks good. London makes the grade, and the swiftness really points to sort sort of moving there and getting the acceptance, getting what you need at the end of the day. I think that's going to be where you want to be, right? It's where you want to be. It's sort of where we're accepted and all of this other stuff. Anyway, all right. How does my boss, VP Ricky, feel about me? Aquarian Light, it's been a hot minute, but we finally got to your read. We finally got it. Let's get Aquarian Light a good deck of cards. A good deck of cards, by definition, is going to be this one. What is this one, you ask? Well, you haven't watched the stream if you got to ask. It is the Dark Mansion Tarot. The Dark Mansion Tarot. I was tempted to use the Light Seers because Aquarian Light, right? I'm tempted to use the Light Seers, but at the end of the day, I mean, that just may not be a thing. That may not be a thing. All right. Let's find out. We got the Love Tarot over here. We're going to use that again. I want to use this one again, too. Okay, how does the boss feel about me? Do they like me? Am I decent? How's my performance? Do they want to hump me? I mean, I don't know where you're going, Aquarian Light. I don't know where you're going with this, but let's break this down. 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. Interesting. Interesting indeed. A couple of challenge cards in here. It feels like either the boss is so busy that they just haven't paid attention to you, a lot of attention, or it feels like that they are just so entwined in drama and weird things happening over there that they just haven't paid a lot of attention. It feels like you're kind of neglected. It feels like you're in the corner. A little bit of neglect is happening over there as far as the boss, Ricky, right? It feels like that maybe that when they come over, they haven't like really looked and evaluated what's going on, how the studies are going, how the work is going, how things are happening over there. It feels like a lot of sort of not enough time, not enough attention. It feels like they could really clean up their act, quite frankly. You have the 5 of Swords, the Lord of Defeat. You got the 5 of Pentacles, almost like just this poor, like I've been abandoned. I don't have a lot of attention paid to me and whatnot. The Queen of Cups, though, you asking if they like you or what do they feel? They have a lot of passion for you, not literal passion, but they have a lot of things that they really enjoy, they really like about you. Christina, thank you for your donation, which is a shame because it feels like you're really neglected over there. Do they like you? Do they feel like you're doing a good job? Do they really sort of enjoy your company? Queen of Cups says, absolutely. You have a lot of good things with this Queen of Cups. I think that works for you, right? I think that functions and that works for you. But man, there's a lot of things going on with this particular individual. It really feels like that. Anyway, let's hop over to Geester one more time. Geester's got another donation. How does she feel at her new job? All right, she abandoned us. She may have left. She may have abandoned us. She may have jumped ship. I mean, do we care anymore? Geester, do you really care anymore? Do you care anymore about this individual since they dumped you? Since they abandoned you? Help them get the damn job they may have left. It could be 5 of Wands. Adriana, thank you for your donation. It feels like they don't really like it. They don't really like it. 7 of Pentacles. They're earning more money. That's the kind of what they wanted. That's what you're feeling. The 7 of Pentacles. I'm earning more money. I'm getting more fat cash. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm earning more fat cash. I don't mind at all. That works. The 7 of Pentacles, this is something that functions. It works. I'm happy with that. High Priestess, though, man, not the best job. Not the best thing at the end of the day. Is this something I'm willing to put up with? 5 of Wands, there's just a lot of competition. There's a lot of sharks in the water out there. You kind of got to be careful, but they got the job. They're pretty content for now. They're just going to keep working it. They're going to keep earning that money. Is this the dream job? Nah, not really. Not really. This is not the dream job at all, but they're happy with it. Hey, you're going to give me more money? I'm going to get the hell out of there. You're going to give me more money. I'm going to take that, especially with that kind of job. Just saying. All right, we got Triple Moon Goddess coming. What's coming to my future? Am I going to be a big baller like you? I don't know how big baller I am. I don't know. Anyway, I used to be bigger baller when I was fat, when I was 415 pounds. Anyway, if we're going to go Triple Moon Goddess, we're going to go big ball of action over here. We're going to do it with the same deck. We're going to do it with this deck because I think it works. I think it works. Fatine, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. By the way, we are ending soon indeed. We got to wrap up the beautiful, wonderful readings that we got tonight. Everything has to come to an end. Everything. We got Monday, and then after Monday, it's a Tuesday readings. It's a Tuesday ratings. I'm excited, quite frankly. I am excited. Big Bala, huh? What is in your future? I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now. You're meeting somebody new. I like it. You're meeting somebody new that's kind of interesting. I like the energy around this. The Two of Cups. The Two of Cups. I have a new interaction. The interesting part about it is that the Eight of Cups means that we have to get rid of something in order to get something in. It's going to really make an opportunity for you to get something else. For you to get something else that's going to work better for you at the end of the day. It seems the stream cut out. I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully the YouTube videos are going to be okay. Anyway, get rid of something that you don't need in order to open up the opportunity to join something that you do want. That's the energy with this. Nine of Pentacles says what you're doing for the most part works. What you're doing for the most part functions. It works. This is the target. This is the target state. You want things that work, that functions for the most part. I'm not saying that everything works. I'm not saying everything works, but most things are working. Nine of Pentacles says I'm happy about my environment. I'm happy about how things are going. And the King of Swords, I have a lot of control. I have a lot of control about that, right? I have a lot of control about that. Anyway, that is sort of what's happening in the future. Big ball is coming to you indeed. The stream cuts out for like 2 seconds or 5 seconds, and then it just comes back. It's really weird. I don't know what's causing it, but there's nothing that I can control. I'm a techie. So if I could control it, then I would, but I don't know what it is. I think it's something with my streaming software, but considering how low impact it has, I'm not really willing to spend a lot of time to research it, but nothing I can do. I mean, this is software I have to use. Anyway, Sweet Pea, what's the best way to end it with Z? All right, let me tell you right now, the best way to end it with somebody is, okay, when COVID was a thing in stores, all right? When COVID was a thing in the store, you had to go through the bread aisle. You had to go one way, right? What you do, and you're not allowed to go backwards. You can't go the opposite way in the bread aisle. So what you do is you break up with them when you're on the other end of that. So they can't reverse and come back to you. You break up with them when you're on the other end of the bread aisle. And there's only one way you can go because of COVID. Everything's because of COVID. Only one way you can go, and they can't come back. So now they're going to have to loop around and go in the freezer aisle all the way back to you over here. And so while they do that, you just run around and you do you just do like a chase scene out of a cartoon. Anyway, I'm just saying, what's the best way to end it with Z? Six of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and Nine of Swords. It doesn't look like there's a best way to end it. You have the Nine of Swords. No matter what you do, I think Z is going to have an issue with it. That they're going to have an issue with it, and that's just the way it works. Seven of Pentacles says you just have to make it, you just have to, you got to pull the Band-Aid off. You got to pull the Band-Aid off. It's going to hurt, but you can't just like slow peel the Band-Aid. I don't think that functions very well. Seven of Pentacles, pull the damn Band-Aid off. That works. Geester, sure, I got time. Geester, email me, link in the description. Email me, Geester. We'll get you set up for tonight. And that Six of Wands. No matter how you do it, Sweet Pea, you need to do it. Six of Wands says you need that freedom. You need that action. You need to focus on that. That's very important for you. That is very important for you. And I think that it's going to be magic for you. It looks like COVID on the back of the cards. Maybe. I'd make a joke about COVID, but I don't want to get banned. Everybody's all upset. YouTube user, I may have to get that reading tomorrow. Blah, welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. Game World Intel is finally here. I've been talking to a woman overseas. We share the same views and all of this other stuff, but she's been silent. Will she ever open up? I haven't been rushing anything. I've been cool. I've been collective. I've been calm. For this one, a nice overseas long distance reading. We're going to get it done. Blah, I'm always glad to see you and always happy to see you. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Let's see. Game World Intel. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I mean, if you're new to the stream, hit that like and sub button. We got news. We're doing giveaways Tuesday. We got news program. We got the only news program out there, period. And we got all sorts of good stuff. We got tutorials. We got lessons. We got readings every freaking night. I mean, this is a lot of work. Please hit like and sub. Let me know that you love me. Let me know that you love me if you love me. I mean, come on, like and sub. Click that button. That's the best way to show that love. Anyway, been talking to a woman overseas. Everything's kind of weird. 6 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. You're basically asking, is this going to be something that's worthwhile? Will she ever open up? I don't think she's ready for anything more serious. I don't think she's ready for something that's more serious, is what I'm getting in here. Why do I say that? You got the 5 of Cups, the Lord of Disappointment. We got the 5 of Wands. She has been screwed over before, and by long distance relationships. She has been screwed over. She's had some challenges. She's had some problems with this. It's something that's difficult for her to open up because she just doesn't trust the process. She just doesn't trust it. That's a problem. If you don't have trust, if you're not willing to open up, if you're not willing to be an open heart, if you're not willing to put that effort and that motivation in, if you're not willing to risk it, you're not going to get the benefits. You're not going to reap the rewards. How many people just sit around all comforty and all comforted with a little blanket at the house and just win the Olympics or something like that, right? You have to get out there and you have to risk it. She's not willing to do that yet. She's not willing to do that. Getting her to do that is going to be difficult. 5 of Wands. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. We have a disconnect, right? We have somebody moving. We have this motion going with this. The 6 of Pentacles. She's willing to give a certain amount. She's willing to trust a certain amount. But is she willing to just go all out and trust and be open? No. No. Page of Pentacles. I can't trust this. I can't find stability in something that looks and smells like this. And this is a problem. Game. It's a problem for both of you because the 5 of Cups is ultimately how much patience do you have? How much patience do you have for this individual? Because they have a lot of problems opening up. They have a lot of problems getting and being trusting in this thing, right? In this thing. They just got difficulties. And that is sort of what we're going with. Anyway, Fatine, how will Omar feel when we meet next time? Let's find out. Let's find out how Omar will feel. How Omar will feel by going a little bit on this action over here. With the Vox Arcana, it just works. Fatine knows. Fatine knows. When the Vox Arcana comes out, it's uncontrolled at this point. I may, or Omar feel when we meet next time. The Star, the Empress, and the 4 of Wands. This is looking pretty good. I think Omar's going to be pretty damn happy with it. The 4 of Wands, we're building structure. We're building stability. It really feels like this is working for us, right? The Empress, I'm really comfortable with the whole thing. I'm really, really comfortable with all of it. And the Star, it feels like we should be together. It just feels like we should be together. You know what I mean? That just works. That is just magic right there. I think they really like it. Omar is one that needs to be in person is what I'm picking up. Omar is one that if they're in person, it's so much more beefy. It's so much more, just so much more powerful in person. Should I go on the date Wednesday? Miley, should I go on the date Wednesday? All right. Game World, since you haven't been here before, I hope you enjoyed your reading. I really do. I like this. I'm kind of interested and curious about people who just joined the stream. They've never been here before. And they get a reading and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. I'm slamming stuff down. I have graphics all over the place. I'm kind of what do you think of this? What do you think of it, right? The fact that I get 60 donations, I mean, I think somebody likes it, but I'm just kind of curious, somebody coming in just raw, right? Some never been here before. What do you think about all that? Anyway, I don't know, but that's just how I roll. But anyway, yeah, okay. Christina can back me up. I have this energy 24/7. Should I go on the date Wednesday? The Sun, the 5 of Swords, the 2 of Swords. Not everything is going to go well. You have a couple of interesting pieces of the puzzle once you get on this date that you haven't seen before. Not everything is going to go super smooth, super perfect. The Two of Swords, right? This is a difference. Opposites attract. Opposites attract sometimes. The Sun says, do it. Miley, go on this date. Go on this date. This is cool. It's fun. It's interesting. A lot of cool things with this. The Five of Swords, second date, almost guaranteed. But then I think that it sort of starts to weigh more than it should. In other words, it starts to being too heavy, a little too heavy to keep on going. Does that make sense? So yeah, first date, second date, sounds great, man. The Sun, beautiful card, beautiful card. The opposites do attract. So if you're thinking I'm going to come in, they're going to have the same hobbies as me. They're going to play World of Warcraft like me. They're going to go through 18 floors of Torghast for me. You know, I'm just saying. I wouldn't do all that. I wouldn't do all that. Renault understands. Renault, is Daniel ever going to reach out to me again? Near or far future? Let's get it done. Let's get it done, my friends. This is something we need to know. Because Daniel may be reaching out indeed. All right, Game enjoys the stream. Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Game. I'd show you the money trick, but I gotta go eventually. Okay, anyway, we're ending soon, by the way. All right, is Daniel gonna reach out? How long? Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, a guaranteed yes. That's a thumbs up. So first part of the question is yes. Why? You got two aces. You got to, and I'll talk about this in my book. If you don't have my book, where have you been? Look, you need the book. You need the book. It explains what I'm doing on the stream, how I read. I've done 15,000 readings. Name somebody that's done 15,000 readings. Come on. Anyway, I do 1,000 readings a month. This is the method that I use. It's my method. And you get the book. You can get the e-version for $9. Come on. Anyway, all right. The double A says yes. This is something that they want to do. This is something that's pretty important to them, actually. I mean, Renoa, this is something that's pretty important to them. Two aces in a row, especially with a wands. I need that action. I need that fiery element in this. You need the Ace of Cups. This is the passion that I need to pursue. I need to pursue this passion. Double Ace makes it happen. Renoa. Near or far? Let's get it. Near or far? Eight of Cups, far. Eight of Wands. Oh, this is interesting. Eight of Wands. This is a fast movement card. Eight of Cups is an abandoned movement card. Basically, they change their mind. It's almost like they have the opportunity. They pick up the phone. They just change their mind. Bottom line, they just changed their mind. All right, Serby, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. May have to read you tomorrow. We're wrapping up the stream. I mean, this is nice. But yeah, they're going to do it. But they're going to change their mind before they do it, and finally they do it. I'm going to say long. I'm going to say medium. I'm going to say medium. Not near, not far, medium. Anyway, Nikona, a little general read for the career. Let's see what is going on with all of that good stuff. A little general career read. Nikona, you need a new job. Two of Cups. Two of Cups, meeting somebody, Chariot Emperor. Oh, what the hell? You basically have more of a command of your career coming up than you've ever had. You have a lot more command, a lot more stuff than you've ever had. I say it because the Chariot, it feels like I can go anywhere I want to. It feels like the world is just open to me all of a sudden. You have the Emperor. I feel like I have a command control over this. That's fascinating to me because I have command and control over my career. I have more command, more control over than I ever have had before. Why? The Two of Cups, we meet somebody that is able to give us this able to hand us some of these opportunities that we have been waiting for, The Two of Cups is passion. It's powerful. We meet somebody that gets us this beef because this beef is what you want. I think that's something that you get. General, you have the ability. It's almost like you're in the driver's seat for the first time in a long time. It's coming. I think it does happen. Anyway, G-ster, email me. G-ster, did you already email me? You want a reading tonight, G-ster? We can do a reading tonight. You got to email me, G-ster. All right. Let's see what's going on. We got a few more readings, and we've got to get out of here. Do you even have a romantic soulmate twin flame? Andrew, Andrew, there's got to be something. There's got to be somebody, Andrew. There has to be somebody. There has to be somebody. All right, let's find out, Andrew. Do I even have one? Do I have a twin flame? Do I have somebody that loves my music, that's willing to play music with me in more ways than one? Oh, 6 of Cups, 3 of Cups, and the Page of Coins. I'm going to say, yeah. Jeester, I got your email. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to say, yes, you do. You do indeed. Page of Coins says it's really difficult. I think your life is a situation where it's really difficult to make a good relationship work. I mean, really good to make a relationship work at the end of the day. I think you're in a situation where there's a lot of stuff going on. You have a lot of things that are taking up your time. You have a lot of things that are taking up your passion. It just feels like this is something that is difficult to sort of get started, right? They get started. Everybody's asking about personal readings. Hey, if you want one, I mean, hit me up. Private readings are $30 for 20 minutes. Email me at that email address. Link in the description. Email address for me is in the description, tarot.and.coffee@gmail. That's how much it is. There you go. All right. Anyway, it is something that's hard to blend. It's hard to blend in. Do you have one? 6 of Cups says yes. That connection is there. The connection does work. By the way, the Elemental Wisdom Tarot is this tarot. The connection does work. I do think you have one. I think you have one in the queue. I think you have one in the queue, more of a physical soulmate. Link in the description to what a physical soulmate is, but there you go. But yeah, you do have one. You do absolutely do have one. The 3 of Cups says it's all about the choices. It's all about where you're at in your environment or in your social network to getting the quality, right? To getting the quality that you need, to getting the soulmate that you need. It is about social networking. It is about getting out there and being present, being out there and letting people see Andrew. I think once people see that, it'll draw them in more, but you do have one, absolutely. You have a physical soulmate kind of in the mix. In the ether, in the moving around action in that. All right, we got YouTube user. In feels for me. I made my Instagram private. Let's find out if they are going to be able to put up with that. They're going to be able to put up with that. Let's see what's going on here. In feels for me made a private Instagram. King of Coins. I mean, they want to be there, but they don't want to be there. I don't think they want to disturb you at this point. The 8 of Wands, they're in motion, they're in movement. It doesn't feel like that they want to settle down, that they want to be like dedicated to it or something like that. It feels like that they want to sort of be around. They want to be around. They're willing to wait. They want to be around, and that's just the way it goes. Do they want to commit 100% right now? I don't think so. I don't think so. King of Coins says, I'm going to let myself be myself. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep in motion. They still have the feelings, but, they want to kind of keep motion. They want to keep their interest mobile, as it says in the Contact movie. Anyway, A and I have any longer-term prospects. Despite what's going on, is A and I are going to have something that works. A and I are going to have something that functions. I mean, I'm saying, strength says yes. Strength says yes. Now, this is a complicated situation, but the world says the possibilities are endless. You do have a lot of good long-term prospects with this person, but you got to kind of go get through the hump, right? We're on a kind of a valley. A and you have hills and valleys, and you're kind of a valley right now. Everything's sort of tanked. Everything's challenging. Everything is difficult to get running, get done. But if you keep working on it, I think absolutely you do have quite a bit of possibilities. It's just you have to get through this situation before you sort of get there, right? You have to get through this situation before you sort of get there. Anyway, Christina wants a next week reading. We'll see how it goes. Thank you, Kim, for your donation over PayPal. I greatly appreciate that. All right. Let's see what is going on, how it is happening next week. Karma, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. I'll get you in here in a minute. All right. So next week, 2 of Cups, the Star, it almost feels like people are talking. People have interesting things to say. People have some unusual information for you that you didn't know before. The Two of Cups, I need to talk. We need to communicate. The Star, I have some information. I have some wild, interesting, weird, maybe unusual things happening. I need you to know about this. I think the communication is key next week as it goes. Three of Wands, again, we're back to information about where we're going, information about our destination, information about our final destination. The Three of Wands, the future is revealed. And next week, there's something about the future that is revealed. I think this is part of the information dump that you do get. Knight of Swords as the week goes by really quick. I don't think it's because like you're just bombed, but I think it's because it's a nice week. I think overall, it just looks like a good week. A good week, a healthy week, a week that just works and is something that you can really relate to. So I like it. I like it. I like it. It feels like it goes by quick. It feels like there's a lot of good energy. But again, your final destination, your destination spot, I think is more information's coming out about that next week. Adriana, why doesn't Chris want to talk to me anymore? Let's find out. See what's going on with Chris and why does Chris closed off? What did Chris do? Why doesn't Chris reveal themselves a little bit more? The Five of Coins, they just don't want to. They just don't want to. It feels like the Page of Swords. They're having communication problems. I don't really think it's you. I think it's Chris. I think it is Chris. You have the Page of Swords. I'm not good at communicating. Chris just doesn't feel like they're good at communicating. It feels like they get into situations where things are just stuck or things just not working. Page of Swords, it's just not working. It's not functional. Three of Coins. I think if you need to work with Chris a little more, I think you need to work with Chris a little more and be pretty patient with Chris. If they don't want to talk, that's fine. I don't want to force them. I don't want to sort of, call them out on it. I think the Three of Coins, work with them. Work with them. Be functional. Work with them. I think it's going to be okay because Chris has some issues. Chris just can't communicate effectively. You see that with the Five of Coins, right? It feels like when they communicate, they can't get it done effectively. When they communicate, they can't get the information across or they're getting misinterpreted, misunderstood. It feels like it's sort of a problem. It's just a problem with this particular individual. Anyway, all right. Let's see. Who do we got to bump? Blah. How am I meeting S&K go tomorrow? Let's find out. Let's use a different deck and see how that's going to go. Okay, S and K. How is that going to function? How is that going to go? We need to understand that. Chariot, the Devil, a couple of majors so far. Eight of Coins. There's some follow-up to be done, but it feels like you get a lot done. You get a lot done. Is it going to be smooth? Devil says no. Devil says that there are things working against you. It feels like a lot of times things just aren't working perfectly 100%. Definitely. The devil is in the details. It feels like some things are working against you. The Chariot says it goes okay, though. I mean, it goes okay. It's not like this just prevents us from getting finished, prevents us from getting into a destination. Eight of Coins says we have follow-ups, though. That's the important part, Blah. We have follow-ups tomorrow. Okay, Eight of Coins. We're not done. We have follow-up. We have things to chase. Excuse me. We have things to chase. We have things to do. We have some follow-up action with that. That's going to be okay. Then that is going to be okay with you. Anyway, the last reading of the night, we got Karma. Karma has a question. Is a Taurus romantically attracted to me? Let's find out if the Taurus is going to be in that mode. Some Tauruses may be, some Tauruses may not be. I don't know. Let's find out how that goes. Let's see. The Taurus romantically attracted to me. Ten of Wands, Knight of Cups, Five of Swords, Strength. On and off. I mean, they're on and off, yeah. You have the Knight of Cups, which is Mr. Romance. It does say that it is an on and off situation. I think some days they are, some days they're not. I don't think I don't think it's a night or day, black or white situation. It's more of a shades of gray. Because the Knight of Cups says, yeah, I'm attracted to you. I have been attracted to you. The Ten of Wands, do I want to take action on that? I mean, do I want to take some things on that? The Ten of Wands says maybe not. Strength says this is something that has been crossed my mind lately. I think that there is grown over time and they have more interest over time. But again, it just feels like they just don't want to dive into it. They just want to dive into it. The Five of Swords, the Lord of Defeat. Either they're worried about rejection or they're concerned that what they're going to do is not going to be effective, if that makes sense. Because a lot of times we'll approach somebody romantically and it's just, it just doesn't work. It feels like this doesn't work. I think they're sort of concerned. The Ten of Wands, this is not something they want to pursue. Not something they want to pursue. Strength, if you be patient with them, I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be okay. This is all about the Taurus. Strength says, let's be patient. Let's understand. Let's be right, an on and off again thing, right? Let's be that. But the Knight of Cups, we're there. We're there. We have the romance. The Knight of Cups is the romance card. I think that works. I think that they are. But you just have to be patient. Patience is a big thing with a Taurus, right? Patience is really a big thing. Because if you try to force their hand, you're going to get burned in the meantime. Anyway, YouTube user Fatine and Serbi. Thank you for your donations. We need to run. We will get those first thing tomorrow. First thing Monday, 6:15 Central Time. We're going to get those 3 donations. Thank you for donating. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate that as well. If you want a private reading, email me. We'll hook it up, and we'll see you tomorrow.